Just act like today is January 1st, 2024 and make those changes that you want to make. Welcome to Matt's Profit Pursuit. I'm Matt. I'm a part-time reseller. I source the Goodwill bins and sell on eBay. I make what sold videos so you see what's selling on eBay, and I break down those sales to see how much is made after fees, cost of goods, shipping, and taxes are taken out. I got 10 orders going out today, and I want you to think about what your New Year's resolution might be for your business and start working on that today. Let's see what sold. This Yellowstone pennant. I only paid 10 cents for this, and it sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Buyer is all in at $16.11, and after fees and shipping, I'm left with $7.33. This Torrid camo sweatshirt. Torrid could be a good bread and butter item. I paid $1.30 for this sweatshirt, and it sold for $17 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $24.57, and after fees and shipping, I'm left with $13.62. This pair of youth Nike joggers. I don't normally like to pick up youth items, but these did okay. I paid $1.35, and they sold for $19.99 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $26.64, and after fees and shipping, I'm left with $13.61. This pair of Levi's, they are the mid-rise skinny. I paid $2.20 for these jeans, and they sold for $16 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $26.42, and after fees and shipping, I'm left with $11.20. This cycling jersey, kind of a twofer on this one, a cycling jersey and like a beer brand. Something pale ale, extra pale ale, honey maker. Kind of cool. The brand of this cycling jersey is Retro. I paid 70 cents for it, and it sold for $20 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $26.20, and after fees and shipping, I'm left with $17.31. This shirt, I wasn't sure if it was going to sell. I like to sell workwear. It does okay. Dickies, Carhartt, things like that. I found this shirt. It's a Dickies shirt, but this tag is like from a uniform company is what I normally see at like Cintas or something like that. That's where we get our uniforms from at work. We get kind of a generic, I think, brand, but they do also have Dickies and Carhartt and things like that. Our maintenance guys, I believe, have the fire resistant, or yeah, I believe it's fire resistant for working electrical Carhartt clothes. A lot of times with work shirts like this, they will have a tag down in here, down on the inside of this flap here, and it'll have somebody's name on it. I don't see that, but I grabbed it and like, oh, Dickie shirt, that could be okay, but it has the Taylor Swift Red Tour printed on it. So this is probably somebody who worked at the event when they were in town. And I figured Taylor Swift, for some reason, is popular. That might sell, and it finally did. This took a while to sell. I had it listed at 100 just to see, because there's no market for this. I paid 95 cents for it and finally sold it for $44 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $49.85, and after fees and shipping, I get $38.06. This is like an outdoor hiking backpack, or maybe it's like a race backpack because it says Race X Air 1 something or other. I don't know. Deuter, I think is how you say it. I don't know if this is custom embroidery. I don't remember, or if that's the model of the bag itself. But nice little pack. I paid $1.20 for this backpack, and it sold for $23.75 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $45.84, and after fees and shipping, I'm left with $30.19. Sold this lot of 5 hip-hop cassette tapes. We got Big Daddy Kane, Schoolie D, Ice Cube, It Was a Good Day single, The Fat Boys, and Derek B. I paid $1.80 for all these tapes, and they sold for $17.49 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $23.50, and after fees and shipping, I get $10.15. Sold this backpack. It's pretty cool. It's like a messenger bag. It's Black Pets, BLAQ. These are made in Portland, so you probably won't see these often. Just off of Craigslist, I found I needed to buy a leaf blower, so I went there, bought that. But the guy had 2 storage containers full of stuff, and I bought a bunch of stuff. I bought a digital camera. I don't remember what it was, but it sold for like $150 pretty quick. Bought this bag because brand new. They're around $200. Had it listed for a while. Not the best sale because it did sell half off, but getting it out of here. So all the stuff I bought, I did not add it up and do an average buy cost, which I should have, but I paid about $30 for this, and it sold for $65 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $84.33, and after fees and shipping, I'm left with $46.39. The last item I sold was this Sony Space Saver under the counter mount CD player. Check the hardware, no remote. I don't think. I gotta check the listing and make sure it doesn't. Make sure it's not supposed to have a remote. I'm pretty sure it's just this. I paid $5 for this, and it sold for $19.80 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $31.20, and after fees and shipping, I'm left with $13.67. So it's October now. Before we know it, it's going to be the new year. And if you have anything big planned for your business that you want to implement, I would start it now, just to get the bugs worked out, just to go through the growing pains and, you know, get things situated. That way you can have the trial and error period before the actual new year, before you actually need to implement what you're trying to implement. You don't want to try something out and then it's going okay, then it kind of falls off and it's hard to get back on track, whatever that is, whether it's implementing a SKU system, or for me it is documenting all my cost and time. I just made a spreadsheet on Excel, pretty simple. How many items I source, how much I paid, that gives me the average cost of each item. How many items I sold, my weekly payout, the average sale price, and then my hours I worked on it. I set it up to do like a weekly chart, and then I have the main numbers over here that I'll take all those numbers and give the average for the year, so that it'll change throughout the year as I implement each week. The actual number of my hourly rate, my cost of goods, my average sale price. Well, I'll get that number for the year so I know where I'm at. So nothing special. Number of items sourced, the cost for those items will give me the cost of goods, how much time I spent thrifting, listing, and shipping, the total time for the week, my payout, which will give me my hourly rate, the payout divided by time, the number of sales, and it gives me my average sale price. And this is all weekly, and then I have my annual over here. This is not 100%. It is based on my payout, so it doesn't take into account shipping and things like that. So it's after shipping fees are taken out and all that, and it doesn't account for money I put aside for taxes or investing back into the business. But it's a good metrics to start with. I'll probably build on it and try to make it a little bit more precise, but this is what I have so far, so I'm just trying to get a hang of it now. That way when the new year rolls around, I'm ready to go. So that's one for me I want to use going forward. That way it'll keep me a little bit more focused and know where I need to spend my time more. If I'm not sourcing enough items, if I'm paying too much, it kind of lets me focus on things that need work. And that way I actually know my numbers. If it's, oh, my average sell price is this, my average buy cost is this is where I'm at, type of thing. And then the hourly rate is just kind of for reference. I really don't care, to be honest. I do this part-time, but the goal is to do this full-time, so that would be good to know. Even though if I'm doing this full-time, I'd be willing to work more hours for a little bit less pay. The trade-off would be worth it to be able to work from home 90% of the time and doing something I enjoy more than going to my normal job. But it would take a while to get to that. I am very grateful and blessed. My job does pay well, and I don't dread it. I go through ups and downs on how I feel about it, to be honest, but when I actually try to take a step back and look at it and look at the benefits, and I get 5 weeks PTO. My schedule isn't set in stone now. When I was a production operator, it was, but I can shift my schedule if need be. I can comp hours where I can work, if I work extra hours Monday through Thursday, Friday I can leave early, and that's what I've been doing to go thrifting, or I can work the full day and get overtime, things like that. And my boss is really nice. So as far as the job goes, it is really good, and it would take my reselling business would have to climb quite a bit to get to that point. But speaking of that, I am behind on my listing, so let's break down these sales real quick so I can get back to work. For those items, including the shipping that the buyer paid, I have a total sales of $339.44. After fees, I'm left with $201.53, minus the cost of goods, which was $44.60. That leaves me with $156.93. Take away 25% for taxes, which is $39.23, and that leaves me with $117.70. Take 20% to invest back into the business, which is $23.54. That leaves me with $94.16 in my pocket. That was about 2.5 hours of work, so that gives me an hourly rate of $37.66, which is about what I make at my regular job before taxes. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. God bless. Peace.